Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Waalaikumsalam warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Today we will do a presentation with the title Anthropological Linguistics. Before, let me introduce our group. The first, Herviana Avianti, Putri Nashifa Halim, but no, she not here today. And then Ririn Herdiani, and the last Sinta Dewi. Next slide. The first definition of anthropological linguistics. Anthropological linguistics is the subfield of linguistics, and anthropology deals with the place of language in its wider social and cultural context, and its role in the making and maintaining cultural practices and societal structures. While many linguists believe that a true field of anthropological linguistics is non-existent, preferring the term linguistic anthropology to cover this subfield, many others regard the two as interchangeable. Next slide. Anthropology. Anthropology comes from the Greek anthropos, which means human, and logos, which means discourse or reasoning, or called science. Etymologically, anthropology means the study of humans. According to the Oxford Dictionary, anthropology is the study of human society and culture and their development. It can be interpreted as the study of the biological and physiological characteristics of humans and their evolution. Next slide. And next is the relationship between linguistics and anthropology. With this aim, it can help the sub-science of anthropology, namely ethnolinguistics, to develop theories about various language principles and to support materials, methods, and theories developed by ethnolinguistics. Next is object of anthropological linguistics. The first is the object of anthropology is man in his position as an individual, society, ethnic group, culture, and behavior. Number two, anthropologists pay attention to many aspects of human life. Among other things, daily behavior, rituals, ceremonies, and processes that define humans as human beings. Number three, anthropology questions how society can be the same or different, how evolution shapes human thinking, what is culture in their universal human and others. Number four, anthropologists explore the unique things that make humans human. Number five, anthropologists aim to increase human understanding of themselves and one another. And the last, the main concern of anthropologists is the application of knowledge to the solution of human problems. Next slide. Okay, to Herviana, it is your time to present.
Okay, thank you, Ririn. The next function of anthropological linguistics. Linguistic anthropology studies the language of various ethnic group in the world. Language play an important role in studying the culture of a society because tough language culture can be passed down from generation to generation. Linguistic anthropology study the history of the emergency of language, various types of language including their structure. Language changes from time to time. The diversity and distribution of language on the Earth's surface regarding human language that does not recognize writing. It is very difficult because with the destruction of humans, the image of the language used will also be destroyed. Human language that does not know writing can only be interpreted from the image found in artifact. If any language anthropology collect word lists describing the characteristic and grammar of various national groups. By getting to know language theoretically, cultural anthropologists can study culture and its change. Okay, next. Anthropological problems study tough linguistic methods and data. The third paradigm emerged since the late 1980s instead of continuing with agendas that come from discipline foreign to anthropology. Linguistic anthropology researchers pursue the problem of the broader discipline of anthropology using linguistic data and methods. Popular research areas in this third paradigm include investigation of social identities, shared ideology, and the construction and as of narrative in interaction between individual and group. Okay, next. In the United States, in close relationship between anthropology and linguistics developed as a result of research by anthropologists into the American Indian culture and language. Early students in this field discovered that they felt to be significant relationship between the language, thought, and culture of the Indian group. The issue of the relatedness of language and culture is still a controversial one, and it is now thought by many scholars that the relationship is not a close and widely suspected. Anthropologists culturally draw on linguistic techniques primarily for the analysis of such areas and kinship system, botanical taxonomies, and color term, but a number of anthropologists are still engaged in fieldwork carrying on language description. Okay, next. The last Indonesian regional language is endangered. The linguages that are extinct from Maluku are the regional language of Kajeli or Kaeli, Piru, Moksela, Palumata, Ternateno, Hukumina, Hoti, Serua, and Nila, and Papuan language, namely Tandia and Mawes. Meanwhile, the critical language are Reta from NTT, Saponi from Papua, and from Maluku, namely Ibo and Meher. Okay, the next presenter, silahkan Sinta.
Okay, thank you, Hervi.
You're welcome.
The cause of the extinction of regional languages in Indonesia. Dialect not included. Based on data from the language map of the Ministry of Education and Culture, Kemdikbud in 2019, 718 regional languages in Indonesia came from 2,560 monitored areas. Aminuddin admits that this number does not include dialects or subdialects in Indonesia. For example, there is Javanese in Javanese, Yogyakarta, Solo, Semarang, Malang, Surabaya, and so on. It's a dialect, he explained. Furthermore, the head of the Language Development Agency explained that the vitality of the language are not the same. He explained there are languages that are in a safe condition because there are many speakers. However, there are languages whose speakers are few and are starting to fade. It's feared that this little language will become extinct if it's not revitalized, he said. Factors for the extinction of regional languages. Aminuddin also said that UNESCO had emphasized that every 2 weeks, one of the total 7,000 regional languages in the world experiences extinction. The extinction factor is that it's not longer used, he said. Therefore, he continued, the Language Development Agency as a unit or state institution that was given the mandate to continue to preserve and protect regional languages together. So, in order not to become extinct, regional languages must be revitalized, he added. Revitalization is needed because language is not only a matter of combination of words and sounds, but there is a reflection of local wisdom, feelings, and values contained in the language that is the expression of society. So that's the essence of the reason why the ministry is revitalizing regional languages, he said. Efforts to revitalize regional languages. First, mapping. Mapping was carried out in relation to the areas where the languages were spoken. So far, there have been 718 languages recorded. Second, vitality study. Only about 150 languages have been studied from 718 languages that have been recorded. That is, there are still so few whose vitality has been studied. Because doing this study is very expensive, we have to meet native speakers of the language in remote areas, even if we have to visit. Aminuddin explained. Third, conserving. Conservation in question is the documentation of elements of the language. Starting from the sound elements, morphology, syntax, meaning elements, and making a dictionary. So far, those that have been well documented have more than 228 regional language dictionaries, he explained. Aminuddin admitted that this was not enough because he still had to continue to do documentation. According to him, there are almost 500 regional languages in Indonesia that have not been well documented. Fourth, doing consultation. Consultations were carried out with speakers of local languages. stakeholders whether to be revitalized or not. The key word for revitalization is the willingness of language speakers. If there is a will, a roadmap will be made, said Aminuddin. Fifth, sustainable. So far, it's not sustainable when a program is considered completed and then handed over to the community. In the future, the Language Development Agency will carry out sustainable revitalization. Because this involves stakeholders, whether residents in the community, school, government, so it needs to be done together, he explained. Language revitalization target in 2022. Meanwhile, in 2021, there will be additional languages that are categorized as vulnerable. Aminuddin said that vulnerable languages are languages that are not used so that they experience setbacks and can become extinct. Based on the latest study, he continued, it's not only remote areas that are vulnerable. There are 14 languages in urban areas that are experiencing decline, plus the languages that are threatened with extinction in 2021. So a total of 29 languages are experiencing vulnerabilities. Therefore, Aminuddin explained, at least it's targeted to revitalize 28 regional languages in 12 provinces by 2022. There is still a lot to be done. Next year, hopefully, the revitalized language can be added again, he concluded. Okay, that's all our presentation about anthropological linguistics. Let's say thank you for the attention. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Waalaikumsalam warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.